So you've spoken, like I mentioned, about the metaverse for many years. Let's step back. What is the metaverse? And speaking of fun, Fortnite, you know, just hundreds of millions of people just enjoying themselves in this huge scale social game. You could call it a metaverse. Maybe you can describe the different flavors, the layers of how you see what the metaverse is.
The metaverse is an idea whose stock price goes up and down depending on who says what
Yeah.
on what day. Some have an ability to drive it way down by opening their mouths. But ultimately, this is about multiplayer social gaming experiences. You and your friends getting together in a 3D world and having fun together in any way you want. You don't need like an alternate currency system. Unfortunately, a bunch of ideas have been conflated because people are trying to hype up different things. But, this idea of large-scale multiplayer social gaming, that notion of the metaverse, there's 600 to 800 million people playing that kind of game every month. That's real and that's happening, and it's, very much underway. VR has a much smaller audience. I don't think you need VR to have anything like this. Like, VR is hardware that may or may not enhance the experience for some usage cases. For some, it will probably be better, and for some, it will probably be worse. But certainly, there's not any set of battle royale players flocking to VR. And the other thing is NFTs. It's like, trying to equate digital or cryptocurrency to the metaverse. It's like, well, it's just a way of denoting money or value exchange. You can do that with money, or you can do it with NFTs or whatever, but there's nothing about this future digital economy that fundamentally requires cryptocurrency or whatever. What you need is interoperability. Interoperability can happen through a blockchain, it can happen through a database, it can happen through standards bodies with defining standards and protocols, and we've been doing it for hundreds of years since the railroads were standardized, and it's not something that totally requires a novel technological solution.
Yeah. I mean, even on the topic of cryptocurrency, it's very frustrating. The blockchain and crypto is a really powerful technology that I think can enable a lot of the things that we're talking about, but so many people use it to try to make money, to create these bubbles and the hype and the meme coins and so on and so forth. That becomes much less about that drifts far away and rapidly from things that are actually of value, which is the experience of playing Fortnite and how you look when you play Battle Royale. It sounds ridiculous to say, but it's true. That's valuable. That's like, you have like gold in the physical space. We know that holds value. How your outfit looks like in Fortnite, that, as you're saying, provably holds value. And so you want to connect like a standard definition of money value to that, and not let it become this hype thing, which NFTs that you mentioned are just become that. It quickly drifts away into the land of people trying to buy and sell and trying to make money versus like staying close to the thing that people actually value. Forget the money. It's more about exchanging valuable experiences or things of value, so you can play Fortnite and then go to another video game and continue the valuable experience, and then come back to Fortnite and do that kind of thing. So you're saying there might be a way to do that, and to basically create standards the way the web has different standards for displaying websites and all this kind of stuff, or the communication that's required on the networking side. So all the different standards that make the web work, there need to be those kinds of standards. Like what would those standards look like to enable the metaverse?
We need a lot of different things. The one area where the standards bodies have been very successful in creating working standards implemented by all of the major engines today is in low-level file formats for data interchange.
Mm-hmm.
But also ensure that every game developer has the full deployment capabilities so that it can build a game once and then ship it anywhere. Like, the ultimate version of this enables a game developer to build a game of any sort, either or simultaneously both, ship it into Fortnite as a Fortnite island that players can go into, bring their Fortnite items and cosmetics and interoperate properly, or ship as a standalone game, or both. And if they ship as a standalone game, they shouldn't be missing out on the open economy either, because in this time frame we'll have opened up the Fortnite item economy to third-party developers of all sort. Hopefully through a standards body, but there might be multiple phases of it, so that if you choose to ship a standalone game, you can still choose to have Fortnite items work in your game, and have your game items work in Fortnite, and have your item economy integrated with the overall Metaverse economy, and solve the really core problem of the game industry that Matthew Ball has been documenting over the past few years.